Go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We're also available in over 200 stores in the state of Florida and Tennessee. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Bring out the Gimp. Gimp's sleeping. Well, I guess we're just going to have to wake him up now, aren't we? Wow, dude, it happened.
Yeah.
We got 2,000 reviews on Ross Patterson Revolution on iTunes, and I said I would wear a full Gimp outfit. That's going down now. You guys did it, finally.
Don't never underestimate the power of
persuasion.
People not wanting you to talk.
Yep, that too.
Never underestimate offering up to them that you are not going to say anything and shoot through the roof.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
No, I do.
Do you, though?
I want you guys to go a full 90. A full 90 minutes without me saying anything, and then
we will.
And then we'll see what happens here.
Oh, we will.
In the meantime, though,
we're gonna go through the whole Michigan roster and really just break it down about who's really good, what it's looking like.
Georgia deserved the last 2 national championships.
Just a lot of different things.
When the Bulldogs play at home.
Right?
Oh, God.
Maybe a little tech speak, right? Maybe a little technology, especially on the iPhone that we're loving.
A Tech Tuesday.
A Tech Tuesday?
Tech Tuesday.
And Ross just has to be like, ball gap. It's not there yet, right?
Yeah.
We won't be able to hear it.
No, you won't be able to hear technology's not there yet.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think this one has a ball gag. It has some other contraption, which is new to me, which I was very interested in.
Well, hang on. Before you post this on screen, we should tell the people who are new to this and not true to this. We did have a wager with the audience in which if you got the reviews over 2,000 on iTunes, which means a big deal to the advertisers and the people who keep the lights on for this, that I would wear a Gimp mask, full suit actually, and then Jesse would do the show with Delco, Bob, and Giorgio for the whole thing. So first of all, we want to say thank you for that. Part of it is our problem. When we started this show, 6 or 7 years ago at this point, we never asked for reviews. I just never thought it was a big deal. I didn't understand it. And until you got more into the podcast world, and I guess it affects not only advertisers but the charts and all that other stuff. So it's on us for this. It's not on you guys. We just started asking for this, I don't know, a year and a half ago for reviews and stuff. So hey, this one's on us, but we appreciate you doing it. So Jesse and I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you. Now, by thanking you, this will probably be the costume that I will be wearing for the show. And Giorgio, you can pop that up right now.
All right, so before we get into the options, let's just marvel.
Wedding. Okay.
What's the name of this company, by the way? We can shout them out. What is
LatexCatfish.com.
Oh, God. It's way worse than I thought.
I love it. Can we do this before the air conditioning's fixed?
We have to.
It's
I
fine.
think, right? Yeah.
Look, I'll do it. And
Okay.
oh, God.
Maybe that on the desk
Right,
guys?
so like instead of the ball gag, I think it has a force feeding tube and some sort of air compression.
Jesus Christ.
I am
That's aggressive.
very uncomfortable right now.
That is very aggressive. Why is there little feety like pajamas in this thing? Rubber feetsies.
You have to be completely covered. That's part of the kink.
Yeah, no air.
Is it really?
Yeah, just no skin, no air. Like you are completely constrained.
Now, Bob, can you go back to the other photo, please? I want to know. See these zippers right around the nipple area to give you a little release when it gets too tight in there.
Okay.
Also, then we can put clamps
for a
on.
breathe, yeah, and then for nipple clamps.
For the clamps, yeah.
Sure.
And there's these big harness points here in the center of the chest where you can like hook him and maybe suspend him over the desk.
Okay.
Yeah, not doing any of that. Probably.
Yeah, I've got a scaffolding we can use.
Yeah, we have this new structure.
So, we like have like a scaffolding at our fingertips.
Let's see the from behind shot there on the Gimp costume. Oh boy, that's going to take an hour to get into.
He's unbound here, which will not be happening to you.
Yeah, he's unbound.
What does that mean exactly?
It means like he's completely free range now. So those buckles have been taken off like the ankles. Do you know what I mean?
Craigers just gave $200 and said it's a perfect outfit for Ross. My God.
I feel like Craigers is basically, he has bought this suit, right? Over the past couple days.
How much is the suit? $250?
$239. Now, Rob, if you want to go back to the original listing.
All right, so Craigers, yeah, you almost bought the suit.
We have this color chart here. If we want to go ahead and check that out. You got to make it smaller.
There's different colors than black?
Yeah. 1 second. And I want you to look at the chart because the chart is my favorite part of this. I don't want to say that I'm overselling
Why?
it.
Yeah.
Because we have all these models here as well, modeling the different colors of latex.
Now, this is it looks like an Ohio State garnet. You know what I mean?
Oh, there
that's
you go.
Fun.
There you go.
Fun. It looks like a little dress there.
There you go.
And if Bob can keep going down,
Yeah.
whatever this is in the light blue, move it to the right, Bob.
Yes. That turquoise, that Carolina
okay.
blue.
Yeah, this
sure.
is just a bit to see those again. Those are
Right.
That's more for you, huh? Because
Maybe
it doesn't
you
even
know
seem
what?
like you're
You know
doing
what
this for
would
me
be-
at this point. That seems for you.
You know what would be creepier than all of it is the flesh-colored one.
this trans gray here. Not really sure.
Trans gray. Show that to the audience. What is that? Oh boy.
Oh, so it's see-through a little bit?
That's almost like Devo, that band from the '80s. Whip It.
Can you put up
must
the
whip it.
flesh-colored one? Because I just feel like with all those harnesses and stuff,
Yeah.
There to the left or to the right?
To the
whatever
left,
that
to the
girl
left.
with the...
Trans neutral. Oh, this is like a honeycomb.
Oh,
Look at that. You can see through it.
It's
You can
like
see your belly button.
It's like you're putting on an extra layer of skin, basically.
It sure
There you
is.
go.
Yeah, it's like wearing an adult condom for your entire body.
If I ripped you out of this, we could film the rebirth.
Sure could.
Yeah, that's a rebirth suit for sure.
Yeah, where I'm reborn again into the world. Intentional disruption just gave us $5. He says, "Why isn't Giorgio on Adam and Eve?" He has burner emails for a new discount. It's not that. So we were on Adam and Eve, and they're a sponsor of the show. Promo code Drinking Bros will get you half off and free shipping there. They did not have a full Gimp suit head to toe.
They
They
didn't have
only
anything
had the
close.
face.
No,
they only
they
had the face. Yeah.
Didn't even have a good face.
And I promised you guys a full Gimp suit, so I
Right.
wasn't gonna de-Gimp you guys.
Adam and Eve is for your everyday, daily pleasure
Correct.
needs. A little bit of light
Bondage.
kink, but
yeah,
they're
you're not
really...
getting into backwoods
No.
Arkansas type sitch here where
Latex
somebody is
catfish,
chained
yeah.
up in a fucking basement with one of these things on.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve is for the guests. Latex catfish is for the hosts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Let's be
Thank you guys.
be real though.
Yeah.
You're not going to do a full suit though,
I'll
are
do the
you?
full suit. You guys asked. You guys earned it. I told you. You guys earned it. No.
But we just wanted you to A, not talk, and then B, have like the mat, like the zipper, the
Same
polite.
price. We'll do it. Same price.
Okay.
We're giving it to the people. I want to see what the feet are like and all that other stuff. Like, let's really go for it.
Ross, this is
We don't half-ass it here.
uncomfortable. I'm
We don't
uncomfortable.
half-ass it on this show.
This
Okay.
is 1/40th of an air conditioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that on Drinking Bros this afternoon. My
okay.
God, dude.
I mean, up to you.
Yeah, Drinking
Up
Bros
to
is
you.
it's a good place for this afternoon.
Someone check my math. I think I'm right.
Yeah, probably not, but whatever. We'll find out. We'll find out today.
Time will tell.
But thanks, you guys. We greatly appreciate it. And yes, dude, I'll fucking Gimp out for this. So we're good on that. And then we might as well just lead into the next torture story here of Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Michael Jackson's dead.
Yep. Thank you.
Dead for a long time.
Yep. Breaking news.
How long would you think? How long would you say he's been dead for?
Gosh,
I can give you almost an exact number.
Okay.
It would be 14 years and 3 days.
Yeah.
Really?
He died. I'm sorry, 14 years and 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, June 25th. He died on my dad's birthday. That's why I remember that.
Oh boy.
Dark, Bob.
Jeez,
Holy
Bob.
shit.
I remember
Man.
where I was.
I remember where I was too. Where were you?
Working at Mi Piace.
And who told you?
Who's the brother?
The brother of Michael Jackson told
Yeah.
you?
Tito?
In the restaurant?
No, the Randy. Who's
Randy.
the other one?
Randy. Yeah, Randy's a brother.
Yeah, he came in, remember? I have the story of like him coming in because he was sort of a lonely dude and would come in and was like friends with the hostesses. And he was like the most famous person that would like come in all the time. And he came in just like hat. He wears fedora, hat down.
Yeah, he
just
was going
like-
through it.
He needed to be with a friend, which was the 18-year-old host
That's a funny way of
at
saying
Mi
sexual
Piace.
harassment.
yeah.
Does anybody have better friends than female 18-year-old hosts at restaurants? Probably not.
Probably not, and especially someone like him. So I found out from a family member. of
Wow,
his. Yeah.
look at that. Next of kin.
Inner
Just a little name drop. Yeah, just a little. He was
found
always
out
real
next of
annoying
kin.
to me, so I kind of just like steered clear. And I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, fucking Michael Jackson died. His brother died.
Huh.
And I go, oh, were they close?
Shit, dude.
I didn't think they were close.
Yeah, they still chatted here and there, you know. Look, they were all getting,
Yeah, I think
getting
they're-
money off the Michael teat.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I'm sure they had to chat it up.
Right.
Go to the award shows occasionally, you know, make an appearance for the Jackson 5, all that other stuff. I was on the phone with DirecTV.
Perfect.
Had issues with my cable, and they said, "Sir, we're going to reset your system. Can you just check channel 200?" And at the time, it was CNN, so I checked it, and that's what popped up: Michael Jackson dead. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And he goes, "What, man? Is the TV not working?" I go, "No, it's working." But I was like, "Fucking Michael Jackson died." And the guy on the other end of the phone, whoever it is, I don't know to this day,
Right.
whoever it is,
You had a moment with him.
He fucking broke down. He goes,
Oh, yeah.
"What?" I mean, totally broke character, everything from the direct.
no.
He goes,
I
"What?"
mean-
He goes, "Are you fucking joking?" And I'm like, "No, man." I mean, it was very aggressive, and I was like,
Sure.
"No, man, he's dead." And he goes, "Jesus Christ!" And then there was this huge long silence, and I'm like, what do I do?" And I go, "So are we good? Can I check the other channels or?" Right. And that was it. So I broke the news to him, and now he's got that story about me, which is fun.
And also, you guys have like this moment that's just like lost in the ether.
Totally. And I
With,
don't
like,
know.
a stranger,
I don't know
yeah.
who it is. And
Like
I
a
shared
really
this amazing, pivotal moment with him. And
Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy.
Only for a moment, and then the moment's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gone, but not
Only
for long.
For a moment.
Not
and the
for
moment.
long.
Gone.
It is back in the public eye. We talked about this on the show. What was it, 2 years ago? You and I watched that doc on HBO with Wade Robson.
Yes.
The dancer, the fun little flirty dancer for MJ.
And then the other dude.
and the other dude.
Right.
Now, they got on in a 4-part series for HBO and told the most graphic stories about being sexually abused by Michael Jackson. Both of them essentially had the same stories. They went up in these rooms, the doors were locked, 3 different doors, and then they were getting their assholes licked, right?
Right. And having real relationships. One of the kids even got like fake married to him. Like they
Yeah.
were completely brainwashed and groomed to the point that when Michael Jackson was like, I don't want to do this anymore, the kids were like, what?
Yeah. I mean, it
Like pissed.
yes.
And so that's how deep it went.
Because they didn't get to hang out with Michael Jackson or Bubbles anymore. They didn't get all the fun stuff anymore.
Exactly.
And that's what's so dark about all of this. Now, Wade Robson was a pretty successful dude in Los Angeles. I mean, he was a massive choreographer for many, many years, for like the biggest people in the world. Britney Spears, all these other people. He has money. He had fame. He had a show on MTV for years as well. I said this 2 years ago or however long we did the story. I said this then and I'll say it now. He has no reason to come back out and tell this horrific story that nobody knew. I didn't know anything about that, about Wade Robson, until that documentary. Did you?
I didn't know him, but we all collectively knew something was going on for a very long time. So it wasn't like the shocker of like, what? It was the shocker of like, man, we've been trying to just not face this, and you're like making us face it. Like, we as a nation were like, he didn't have a childhood, so that's why he likes to hang out with children. And we all were kind of like making excuses and turning a blind eye and being okay with it.
Yeah, I definitely
You're
wasn't.
Stupid. And so we all were just like, okay, like we don't want to. And then this documentary was like, fine, now we all have to feel horrible about all the dumb excuses that we made, the things that we knew.
I never made excuses. I said, yes, he was fucking kids. Like, we should, like, let's get him, let's lock him up.
You've been saying that for years. Uh-huh.
Don't you remember the whole, the first trial where they took pictures of my penis? And I was just like, yeah. And the guy got on the stand and described your fucking penis to a T.
I didn't know you during that trial, though.
No, you didn't.
So I didn't know what
That's true. But all of us were just like, hey, dude, how does a fucking grown man describe another man's penis with such a vivid description that they had to go in, take a photo of said penis, and then show the jury afterwards of like, hey, it's the same dick. Like,
and he,
pretty crazy.
Yeah, and was found not guilty. So it was a different time. We all just...
not anymore, because we're going to relive it. The California Court of Appeal just cleared the way for Robson to make the case alleging Michael Jackson molested him at Neverland Ranch when Robson was between the ages of 7 and 14. His 14 is when you're saying he aged out.
Yes, they're too old at 14, and then they're left to be like, I'm washed up. Nobody will ever, missing Michael Jackson and like missing that relationship, which is a mind fuck.
So here's the wild thing to me about this suit. And I some of these states I don't really understand, or whose axe it is to grind, or who's deciding what's here. Because I'll read this out. Yes, Michael Jackson absolutely molested this fucker, but here's the issue that I have. So Robson is suing Michael Jackson's corporation, which is MJJ Productions. I don't know what the second J is. Jacko maybe? Who knows? But it's an extra J. Jackson's company lawyers argue that the company had no legal duty to protect Robson or anyone else from Michael Jackson, but because it had no ability to control him, and him being Michael Jackson and his actions.
Okay.
The trial courts brought the estate's arguments, but the Court of Appeals begged to differ, and according to a tentative ruling, which always becomes final usually, the case will be sent back down for trial. So, yeah, man, it's a strange one because, yes, he has been dead forever. You're suing a corporation, and I understand what his lawyers are trying to say by saying, hey, dude, we have no control over Michael Jackson. 1, 2, he's dead, so it's not like he can testify in this. And I'm surprised they were able to bring this to trial with him being dead and everything else. But I'm not sure that works. I'm curious now, I guess, with the Epstein case, since he's dead, are they allowed to bring those charges as well against Epstein?
Epstein's what? Does he have a corporation?
Yeah, so he's got a trust and he's got a corporation and a thing, but trusts are pretty hard to crack, and that's what they were bitching over at the time, but this is when he was alive, so I'm not sure how that works out. I don't even know who got that money. So with this one, I know who got the money. It was the mom. She's in charge of the entire estate, and to my knowledge, I think they're selling off like part of the albums. And
they must have proof that the corporation or people higher ups knew about what was going on. So they must have some kind of correspondence or something. They need to have evidence that things were covered up by the higher ups, which they must have, because otherwise you can't go.
Right. So that's kind of it, right? That's okay.
But if they do, then they have a case for sure.
Okay, great. So I'm assuming that's probably what they have. Otherwise, why financially go through all of this?
I'm sure you have phone calls, email correspondence, whatever, as far as getting these boys into certain situations, getting them away from their parents and,
right,
people that are going to need to like keep other people away and make sure that he has his private, whatever. So they have evidence.
Yeah. So it'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. and see what they have, or if they just end up settling. Because with Michael Jackson, he was going into debt bad, and then obviously, pun intended, obviously, but they were making the last tour, and he was going to make up all the money and pay his back taxes and all this other stuff. Him dying actually helped, because then you were able to cut off the debt at that point. Yes, you have to pay that back, but you still have that catalog, and you can just stroke a check for that. I would be surprised if the estate doesn't stroke a check for this. Because why?
Stroke a check?
Yeah, that's what they call it in
Is
the
that
biz.
something?
Yeah, stroke a check, dude.
Have you guys heard that?
Principle. Yeah, I mean, I stroke anything, right?
Yeah. You've stroked a check.
Check. A boat.
Okay, I learned so much on
Microphone.
this show. Sure.
A friend.
Yeah. So they'll win. They'll win at this point.
I wonder.
Either settle or they'll win.
The Jackson estate gets into some shit. They were in a 5-year lawsuit against HBO over that goddamn documentary. So they don't give up, those guys.
Well, yeah.
They're protecting.
Well, there was a reason why they didn't want that documentary.
They're protecting the crown jewel of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much that cost them, that documentary?
Exactly.
To make or
No.
in lawsuits?
In lawsuits.
Oh, it's not settled.
No. How much?
Who knows?
Like irreparable damage was done to the brand and to the catalog. Like how much was it devalued?
Oh, that's a great question. We've often had that debate on this show of people who can, listen to Michael Jackson's music and be fine with it, or they can't.
I think if you loved it before, you're still going to listen. I have no problem.
Yeah, Jesse's always hated Michael Jackson, so it doesn't matter.
But it's not that I hate. Not that I always. I mean, I did always hate him, but like, if I loved the music, although Free Willy sound, you know what I mean?
That's just purchasing rights, though.
Yeah, I could listen to that. I could listen to that for sure.
I get you.
Nothing else.
We're not talking licensing, though. Like if that never came out and people still loved Michael Jackson, like how many more movies would have his songs in it?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, well, isn't that probably the biggest play out of all of this too? At the end,
that's what I'm saying. Like he's $1 billion lost just on that.
I wonder if they're just waiting for all these people to die off, because all these catalogs are getting sold left and right now, and somebody's going to own them. Because initially everybody was protective of their catalog, right? You would never hear a Michael Jackson song in an Applebee's commercial, but I think we're probably headed there. I think it's BlackRock who owns most of these catalogs and shit too. Dr. Dre just sold his yesterday for $200 million.
Yeah, $100K. Let's go Applebee's commercial.
Yeah,
Cricket Wireless.
Yes, 100%. So I think that's probably where we're headed with all this. I wonder what the statute is of hey, you sold the catalog. Can you wait till after I die to put all of Bob Dylan's music in TJ Maxx commercials?
You'll be able to license it for our podcast soon.
I think that's where we're headed. I'm not kidding. That's got to be, right?
I mean, that's the last milk of the cow.
Yeah. Because you take a show like these, I mean, just looking at the downloads, you're millions a year, and that song is just being played over and over and over again. Even that fucking Nature Nook song, if you drop it in an Instagram video, you just get paid for it every single time. It's like a fucking half a penny or whatever.
That's like recurring fee. I'm talking about just straight licensing.
I know, dude. Imagine all of it combined. I think it's a very smart business move for the future. But I think it is BlackRock or somebody like that owns all of these fucking catalogs. So
we're just different segments and sound bites of all your favorite songs and things just to play with. Well, maybe I'll bring you the soundboard back.
If we could play segments for Jessie throughout the show, imagine how happy she'd be every day.
What do you mean?
Fun little. You always got a fun little song. Last night we had some friends over, and you were popping off a list from 1998 that was so shockingly awesome that I was like, oh,
well, it was just
shit.
it was just the top 100 songs.
Yeah.
From 1998 because our friend wanted to do a
party
or something.
A party, yeah.
So I'm like, well, the playlist would be fire because if you just played the top 100, every song you're like, oh shit.
I know. I mean, Jessie even dropped the entire Fugees album, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah, I mean,
dude.
You could play that whole goddamn thing, and it would be a great party.
How's doing?
It's not great. Not great. She owes some taxes, so she's doing concerts every single night across America. And you can find her there. Would I recommend going? Absolutely not. Because she's paying off taxes and hates her life, she's about 2.5 hours late to every single show. She does about 10 songs half-assed and then walks off the stage. The only person I've ever seen like that in real life was Oasis. We paid for... more of a joke, obviously. We went to see Wonderwall. just one song, Wonderwall. Although I forgot about like Champagne Supernova and all that stuff when the show started.
Champagne Supernova.
So it was at the Hollywood Bowl, which is expensive, and it's a pain in the ass to get into. We show up. They're contracted to play an hour. They played 59 minutes, and Noel smashed a bottle of Heineken on stage and walked off, and they got their check, and then they went home.
Was it both of them at that time?
It was. And they half-ass played Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova. They didn't talk to each other once. They hated each other. They collected the check and just walked off the stage.
Yeah, I watch YouTube videos about them like talking shit on each other all the time.
Bro.
It's so much fun.
In a full concert for an hour, it was so uncomfortable, and I was like, oh my God, dude. I mean, it was like there was a gun to their head to play their fucking songs. But that's where we're going with this.
Noel had a solo career kind of afterwards.
Yeah, it didn't work out though. It didn't work out.
Kinda.
Better as a duo, you know. Speaking of not doing well, here's a breaking news story about Jimmie Johnson. Jesus Christ. NASCAR driver Jimmie Johnson. He was at Daytona 500 we were at.
Yeah.
Qualified, came out of retirement. They're reporting
Was
breaking
he Home
news.
Home Depot?
Yeah.
car?
Yeah, he was. No, something else. I think DuPont maybe. His in-laws are dead in a murder-suicide. Jimmie Johnson's wife's parents and 11-year-old nephew died following a fatal shooting next to their home.
He was Lowe's.
Lowe's. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. I only see orange when it comes to that.
God, what
I'm not a blue blood.
fucking horrific story. Damn it, man.
What's the story?
Murder-suicide for the in-laws, and then they killed the kids. The Jesus Christ, man. I was not expecting that today. It just broke right now, so.
Where are you seeing this?
It's
I'm
top
getting no information.
TMZ. Go to TMZ,
Okay.
Bob. It's the very first story now because it just came out. But, yeesh, dude.
Where was this? Sorry?
Oklahoma, it says.
Oklahoma. Well,
Where the winds are
Rushing
whipping.
down
What's
the
the...
range.
Dun, dun,
well
dun, dun, deep
NASCAR
in the
driver's
heart.
family
Oh,
from Oklahoma gets into some fucking weird shit.
yeah.
Is the headline, huh?
Well, Jimmie Johnson's normal as shit. That's why it's fucking
Well, he
shocking.
became rich for sure, and I remember him. Isn't he the one that like used to fist fight and shit all the time on the track? No, who was that?
Oh, Tony Stewart. Yeah. That's Home Depot.
He's
guy.
gone in. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Okay.
He murdered somebody on the track, but he did that on purpose, and it was sweet. He got away with it. The guy walked out onto the track. He deserved
allegedly.
Allegedly.
it. No. The guy walked out onto the track, so he deserved to die. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't
Allegedly.
do that.
Allegedly, he deserved to die.
No, he walked out onto
But you
the
didn't know.
racetrack.
You don't know him.
I don't know him, but
He could have been a great guy.
he could have. Who knows?
Uh-oh.
No, don't say it. Don't you fucking
What?
say it. Don't spoil it.
What?
Spoil
Don't
what?
don't spoil what you're gonna say next, Bob.
Why?
About who did it?
Oh no, you can say who did it. I thought you were gonna say the new breaking story that just popped up.
No.
All right.
The wife is considered the suspect.
But pharmacide.
Why, dude?
Now look.
Jimmie Johnson's wife or the wife
You
of the...
can wait. You can wait
No,
for
the
that
wife of
documentary.
his mother-in-law.
His mother-in-law. The
did it.
mother-in-laws. Oh, my God, dude.
Let me tell you.
Wait, the mother-
mother-in-laws.
Yeah, Bob. Buckle up, brother.
Wait, who's the suspect? Sorry,
The mother-in-law.
the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So this is the
So his
father.
wife's mom.
Yeah.
Okay,
is
got
the-
it.
This
All right.
is the father who everyone very sexistly assumed did all the murdering, but he was the victim.
Wow. I did not know. I didn't see
Is that
coming.
some like
Were you-
natural hippie shit he's doing there?
Yeah,
Seems like
he's
it.
got some
Yeah,
elixirs.
okay.
He's got some jars full of
Some
elixirs
snake
there.
oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I actually take the one that's like below his elbow right
Jack
there.
Janway.
I bet you do.
You're a Janway boy.
It's a Saul
Jack Janway.
It's a Saul Palmetto.
Oh boy.
Saul Palmetto. Yeah, sure.
That's nice.
Take a little colloidal silver or
couple,
whatever.
Couple dabs on the old wrist before you hit the town.
Under the tongue. You hold it for 30 seconds.
Yeah, everybody knows that, dude.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
Everybody knows how. That's how you do everything you want to kick in quick.
Yeah. Is it when you leave the house? Is it hard stepping over all those crystals that are on the floor?
No, why
Or
would my
is it-
crystals be on the floor, Ross?
look,
That's so disrespectful.
I don't know if they're pointing upward for lights.
They have
or
a monument built to them
yeah.
facing north-northeast at 417 degrees.
This is gonna be a good crime corner for you, Jabes. You can solve that one. That's gonna be a weird one.
Yeah, I mean,
You've got elixirs. You've got NASCAR
Yeah, you've got
champions.
Elixir family. You've got like still living in Oklahoma, but kind of like a hippie, like a little bit of a hippie sitch.
Hey, weed's legal in Oklahoma.
It is.
Right?
Look, they're ahead of us. They're ahead of Texas on this bullshit. Governor Wheelchair. We got breaking news again here, Jesse. I'm not happy about it. This is what I thought you were going to say, Bob, and you didn't.
I don't think he cares as much as you do.
I think he does. So don't look, Bob. He fucking looked. Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
I saw this earlier.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest has been named the new host of Wheel of Fortune. Fuck you,
Your
dude.
problem with that is what?
I want somebody who's into Wheel of Fortune.
No.
Yes.
You want a professional
Ryan Seacrest
host.
is just looking for a fucking paycheck,
And that's
dude.
fine.
And what was Sajak looking for? Just to do some charity on the side?
100%, dude. But look, I'm happy Sajak's getting out of there. I knew that he was an asshole. Like, I knew it.
So you replace him with another asshole. It's like
No,
Jeopardy.
dude. No.
You know, Alex Trebek loved it, so you replace him with someone who loved it.
I like her.
If Sajak is...
I like Maclean Blalock.
I know, that's not... You don't...
Malacham Blalock.
You're not following what I'm saying. Like, if we want to keep with the traditions of these shows that we watched as a kid, right? You have to hire the same kind of host.
Trebek loved it.
And so the people they hired loved it. Sajak didn't love it. So the person they hired don't... like, what is...
Vanna loves it, dude. And now you're going to stick him like... damn
This
it, dude.
makes
Vanna's still
perfect
going to be there.
sense.
I don't know if she will be.
She is.
I don't know if she will. But I wanted to see somebody like Fluffy. I told this to Jesse the other night because I heard a rumor about this.
He's too big.
He's fine. He's not doing any physical lifting.
No, I mean, like, he's too big of a
just
star right
too-
now. He's making too much money.
He's not. See, do you know what this gig pays, by the way?
Yeah, I can
This pays
imagine.
$18 million a year. You shoot 5 episodes on Friday. You change wardrobe every half hour to go with the new show, and then you are done for the week. This is
always
the best
here.
gig in America.
Fluffy can always come back to this. He's like the number 3 selling touring in the comic in the world right now, as far as like numbers and like.
Does
ticket
he
sales
make
go.
more than $18 million a year for working 1 day a
Have
week?
you
look it
even
up.
asked if he'd want to do it?
That's a great question.
I'm
Who else did
sure
they go out to?
Allegedly, he makes about $20 million a year.
Fuck you. Fluffy makes $20 million a year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's up there, and like
He's
he can,
good.
He can milk that.
He's
until
actually
done.
offended that you think that he should do Wheel of
Also,
Fortune.
Seacrest's
He's
fan
like,
base.
what, dude?
I don't know. Seacrest doesn't have a fan base.
Old women. Aging
No.
up, geriatrics, sitting at home watching Wheel of Fortune because they like that guy.
Kelly
He
and
has a pretty
Ryan,
smile.
the ratings weren't that great on that show. He's gone from there. American Idol, he's out of there as well. Look, he's a good host. It's just, let's get somebody who's going to have fun with it. I love Wheel of Fortune. Let's just get somebody who wants to have fun and actually wants to drop. Drew Carey is the best example. He loved Price is Right and was fucking amped to take that
Drew
job.
Carey is the last of a dying breed, and I love Drew Carey. Everything that man has done, from the Drew Carey show to Whose Line Is It Anyway to finding his
Wayne
home.
Brady. Wayne Brady would have been great at that.
Yes,
I think
yes,
he was in
would've.
top. I mean, I think there was
Wayne Brady would have loved it,
conversations.
dude. And I
think
love
there was
Wayne Brady.
conversations.
Seacrest is just younger, whiter Brady.
No, he's not. Wayne Brady is younger than Seacrest.
No way.
Seacrest looks great because he doesn't eat. He's the
Wayne-
one who chews up his food and then spits it out. He only tastes it. He doesn't. He sleeps for 8 hours a night, and he's got in a tube. Doesn't he sleep in one of those oxygen chambers? or
Yeah, he
something?
probably sleeps in
Hyperbol-
sort of
yeah.
Yeah.
vacuum.
Yeah, I'm
Wayne
sure.
Brady is 3 years older than Ryan Seacrest.
Well, black
and
black
I-
don't crack, so he's
and
gonna
I-
look better forever.
I think he was in his name was kind of tossed around a little bit. So I'm sure he either didn't want to but I don't know. I don't know if you wouldn't want that money.
You
but-
don't get more popular after Wheel of Fortune. In the
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
of
that's
being
where
an
you
actor.
go.
Yeah.
That's where you go to Sajak, right? That's where you go to just like into the twilight years. That's the end of the road. If you host Wheel of Fortune, you are ready to just like say goodbye.
I guess so. I mean, it's just I don't. Or is it the popularity of game shows now? Where like Elizabeth Banks is hosting. What is it? Press My Luck.
Yeah, the worst game show ever.
No, it's a great game show.
No, it's
it's
the
a
worst.
blast of a game show. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Yep, it's they get cruises, they get boats, cars. Somebody got a Mazda Miata the other night. It was beautiful. Beautiful. It was she was a nurse. I believe she was from Kansas City. She got a Mazda Miata, which is nice. She'll
There's
be tooling
just
around
no.
town on
It
that.
just doesn't take any. There's no like questions to answer, or, like fun trivia. It's literally just like
You've never seen the show then, because you have to answer the trivia to get the spins.
To get to the spin, okay.
And then the spins get you more spins, and it's a very complicated, tangled web.
Sounds
over
like
there on Press My Luck, and they do a beautiful job with it.
Yeah, maybe it's only for maybe it's like a Mensa show or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I've got a super high IQ, so it could be too much for your tiny brain.
Yeah.
But with this, maybe now that's the thing where it's just like, all right, shit, game shows are cool now, and he thinks it's cool. So who knows? Maybe I'm incorrect.
And you don't know how Ryan feels about Wheel of Fortune. You don't know if this was what he's been working his tiny little butt off all these years for.
What you reckon? What's your guess?
I'm sure he grew up watching it too.
Yeah, we all did.
And was like, has some connection to it, and was like, you know what, this is a dream. You have no idea.
I don't. We'll see. I don't have high hopes, though. This one breaks my heart. Let's give it to Wayne Brady. Would have been great, dude.
What's the next big game show?
It was Jeopardy, right? So we had this bitch fest. So Jesse and I actually watch Jeopardy pretty much every night, and it's mostly just to stay sharp, or try to at least.
Yeah,
because I feel like I'm getting dumber as I get older, and it's true. So I think it's a good test of a half hour of just random shit throughout your life that you should have learned or don't know anything about.
Yeah, no, I mean it keeps things firing.
Yes, and so it's fine. And
if I get 2 right, I'm stoked.
Because of that, we all love Trebek, for real. And so when he died, I wanted to see it go to the guy from Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton, and it didn't. And so did everybody on the internet. There was a petition and everything else. He would have been great at it. He loves the show. He'd been on the show.
He did a couple, though, didn't he?
He did a week. Well, because the internet pressured the network into giving him the week to do, and he was great. He crushed it. And everybody was
but they're looking at ratings. They're looking at who's doing well. They're trying to find who the audience wants.
Well, here's the thing. Is it the game show itself or the host? And I would speculate that it's the game show. So, and we'll keep it in the Jeopardy family. You and I didn't like Mocking Blossom. We didn't like her at all when she first started.
Yeah.
And then Ken Jennings, who she's splitting the gig with, we didn't like him either because of his lisp. And he's very condescending to the contestants.
Well, we first didn't like Mayan because we're both misogynists. And then we were like, Ken Jen, oh yeah, he's been, this is exactly what you're saying. He would love to do it.
Yeah.
He's a Jeopardy master. And then he got on there and was like, he's actually gets mad at people when they don't get it because he's so smart.
Yep.
That he's just like, God, fuck. He hates them. And there was that animosity. So
it would be like if you made Michael Jordan referee an NBA game. He would just be like, God, will you guys stop missing fucking shots or play some defense? That's what it feels like with him. Yeah. He's the best of all time. And it seems like he's pissed that he can't be playing.
And so with all things that women need to prove they can do, it just takes a second.
Right.
And then you go, you know what, girl? I like you.
Well, here's the odd thing about, because nobody hates women more than other women. We've established that for years on this show. Here's the interesting thing about it, and you were the one who brought this up the other night, where we finally watched one with her, and I was like, you know what? I like her. She's growing on me. I don't like Ken Jennings at all, and she seems like she wants to do this job and likes it. Yes. She seems like she's having fun with it.
Yes.
And that's part of it. That's all that's all I kind of want, right? Is read the questions, have some fun, and give some flirty things, and it's great. Mm-hmm. But you were the one who told me that she got a podcast and maybe got a little more used to talking to normal people and shit, where she's kind of come out of her shell and she's just better at it, and that would make sense.
Yeah, I think she heard criticism, probably. I'm sure she got some feedback. Sure, she got
the network.
No, from test audience, which they did with all of the people.
Correct.
And they were like, look, these are the things that people are saying. And she's like, okay. Because she's a fucking professional too. She's been doing it forever. So she does what she needs to do to keep the job.
And
she did.
Yes, she did. But the wildest thing looking back at this is, if you remember correctly, this is how sought after these gigs are. Do you remember the producer slotted himself in and was like, I'm going to host.
So great. It was so great.
I think I'm gonna host the show, and nobody knew who it was, and it was like, wait, what?
We've actually, as a company, gone through all the different people, and weirdly, I won. And that's not me. That's everybody else saying. And then they were like, guess what? You suck. We hate you. He gets fired from everything.
And then the network got wind of, what was it, a podcast? And did he say fag or something like 20 years ago?
No, he had a podcast with another girl, a la this kind of, and they were talking about women in probably like a Hooters girl or something, talking about him derogatory.
Oh, about their tits. That's
yes.
it. Okay. Yeah. The other one
actually wasn't that bad, but because they hated him so much,
right.
It was good enough at the time to get him out.
The other one I'm referencing was that ESPN announcer who just got hired, and then boom, they got fired for that tweet. Yeah.
Right.
Same thing, same diff. Because I didn't think what he said was that bad. I think he said sweater puppets in referring to somebody's tits, maybe.
Yeah, and I think it was a comedy podcast, and he was talking to, I think, another woman that was saying the same thing. So it was isolated audio, basically, from him without the full conversation, which is always a really good thing to do.
It is.
If you want to cancel anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Just take their one
easiest.
Sentence.
Yep.
No context.
Yeah.
And be like, they said this thing.
Watch the Rogan reel, the highlight reel, if you want, and that'll tell you all you need to know regarding that.
Yeah.
Remember they chopped that up, that 2-minute piece where they had him say the N-word over and over again?
Yeah.
33 times or something?
You could edit one episode.
Of this?
No, of Rogan, and get a really great
easily.
string together.
Yes.
Are you still on TMZ?
Bobby!
Can you go down to unrecognizable?
Not again.
No.
Who is unrecognizable this
It's
time?
not for a role, obviously,
thank
but
God.
keep going.
Thank God.
It's your Beezy. It's your boy.
Is it DDL?
It's DDL, but didn't know about the tats.
Oh, yeah. He's
Didn't
retired,
know
dude.
about why crutches.
Yeah.
Look at his whole vibe now.
Wow, dude.
He
DDL.
is retired as fuck.
He's jacked, though.
He's
Look at
jacked.
that. He looks
He's
great. He looks great. The hair's
is
weird.
he in New York?
Whenever anybody goes with that wild Doc Brown haircut
I fucking love it,
from
dude.
1985.
I think for him, I love it. He's got I think there's some earrings.
He's always worn earrings.
Okay,
Multiple earrings, which I have a problem with. But the rest of it, he's looking great. I don't know why he's all crutched up. Did they say why? He fall down a flight of stairs? Or was he training to... Is he going to be a staircase in a movie and he's method acting?
You never know with him.
You don't.
He may have been retiring to play a retired person.
I don't know. I don't want to rule that out.
That's a DDL meta
sure
thing
is.
that he would do.
Where is he at? Is that New York?
I'm guessing, right?
I don't know where he lives in real life. I just assumed on a countryside in England or something.
He looks like
that.
He lives in Austin.
I know.
And owns
He
a leather
really
shop.
does, but I'm gonna.
He lives in London, so I think this
okay.
is London.
Okay.
Oh, Monday in New York City.
Oh, he's in New York now.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. And he's all
The actor
fucking jacked
ventured
and
out
shredded.
Monday in New York City with a little help from the medical devices. Calm down, TMZ.
Yeah.
They're making just a fun little riddle about this story.
Oh, look at that. Is that another? That's an up close one. Let's see that one, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. He's pissed off. The paparazzi got him, dude. Jacket in the middle of the day.
don't
Do you
know.
go trench coat like that in the middle of the day in New York?
Dude, I think
pretty
he
hot.
does. His whole vibe's pretty sweet.
It's pretty
I have
hot.
to say.
But,
Trench coat.
I don't know why a trench coat, though.
Rings, full
Yeah,
jogging
yeah.
get up.
Yeah. I don't know what the
Green
hat is, but
I don't either.
it's
It's
flying off the
ill-fitting.
shelves now.
It's ill-fitting. It looks like the one that Forrest Gump ran cross country in.
Yeah. That's like my brother Ben has 10 of those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never touch the bill.
Right. It looks like you got it
unfolded.
as a gift at a theme shop or
Yeah,
something.
like
You
a
just put it
truck
on to wear
stop.
it out.
Yeah.
I just love him.
So do I. I just want him back. He's the best there is. Let's just get him
I
back.
don't know. I think he's clearly doing the best he's ever. Did you ever see pictures of him when he was preparing for a role? He was like a skinny, pale, kind of New York actor dude.
Yeah,
Never looked happy,
He's
right?
the very best.
Look
you
at him.
shouldn't
He's
be.
jacked. He's tattooed everywhere.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be happy at all. If you're the best actor in the world like that, you shouldn't be happy at all.
Look, I'm jealous. He's
Yeah.
doing it all right.
He sure is.
I want to wear that exact outfit when I'm retired in New York and crutches just for fun.
Maybe you can one day. You want that trench coat in that 95-degree heat out there? You want that trench?
Yeah, I think that this is what I'm working towards.
Okay.
is to be like retired Daniel Day-Lewis vibe
Sure.
in New York.
Sure. I'm just saying, look, if it's, a trench coat in New York City in the summer, it is. That's a little weird for me.
I mean, I'm not focusing on the same dumb shit you are, but yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm just the whole thing. I'm just saying the whole thing. It's just
minus the trench coat. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. It's okay to say that, Jesse.
Gosh, when are we doing that
It's
episode?
okay.
Do you think?
The Gimp suit? Probably next week.
You think next week or the week after?
How long does it take to get in from? Is that coming from rubbermen.com? What is it?
Pull that up again. Latex catfish.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Assuming
What's their shipping time?
We'll go to the custom section.
Yeah, because we have to size it to you.
Sizing chart, and then maybe made to measure. Oh, we could. I wish we were on Patreon. We could watch these videos.
Do we make it?
Look at this. This is like this is like getting a tailored suit here.
Wow, that's nice. That's really nice, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get into all those measurements,
like total
bro?
body height.
Because like Giorgio's gonna have to do that for you.
I'll do it. Just send me the thing. It's pretty easy. I know my measurements. I know my Gimp costume measurements.
Get up in the inseam.
I have a cloth measuring tape, that I just happen to have for some reason,
Yeah. Just bring it in around the neck and put them on the pedestal thing and measure you up.
And ironically, Daniel Day-Lewis's last role, that's what he did. He was a haberdasher in that last one. So
he was.
The Phantom Thread.
He was. I could only get through half that movie, though. I want him to come back for one more.
The acting was too good.
No, the movie the whole thing was just boring, and it sucked.
You didn't love all the beautiful scenery and the cinematography?
No.
The muted blues.
There Will Be Blood had me. I mean, it had my ball sack in their hands, and they knew what they were doing with it.
They put that baby in that basket.
They sure did.
That's Delco's cue for
he didn't do it.
One line.
He won't let him say it. He refuses.
What?
He doesn't refuse. He'll say it.
He'll say it.
I never refuse this.
Yeah, say it. Go ahead.
A bastard in a basket.
There you go.
It's so good.
There you go.
The drop of a hat.
So now he hates giving out applause. You're allowed to give yourself your own applause, though. I will welcome that and cherish it. Okay.
I don't know if I think the thing he would hate the most is giving himself applause.
Okay. And then I want to give a shout out to a listener who, it's against the law, so I'm not going to say their name here, but they went into the new Jennifer Lawrence movie, took a cell phone, and took footage of the fight scene that we had talked about on the show a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. It is indeed a buck-naked Viggo Mortensen fight scene with Jennifer Lawrence.
And this other guy, right? They're fighting other people?
No, it's just her against a group of dudes his age. And women. And there's girls. She is fighting a group of 18-year-olds in this on the beach. And it is graphic. It is hilarious. And I definitely need to see the movie now because the words where this person was sitting, it was hard to hear the words from it. But without giving anything else away, there was a move that I have not seen in cinema history before. And I'm looking forward to seeing that in person. Never seen a punch do that. So that's all. I'll kind of leave it at that. But I'm shocked that is not getting more press right now. Movie did okay this weekend, and we'll check it out.
Yeah,
we'll have to check that out. J-Law, and some comedy back. Her B-Fry though just lost her show today, Amy Schumer. So they did cancel that. They're not going to do any more of the sketch shows.
Okay, I think
for Paramount.
She might have been done with it too, but yeah.
No, she wanted another season. I guess she got nominated for an Emmy. We said on the show, wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was a bad show at all.
Yeah, no.
But they're just cutting everything. So I guess they ended up cutting like 22 shows off of Paramount Plus. So got to pay for that new McConaughey show, brother. What do you know that bread is buttered?
One of these celebrities with enough money just needs to say fuck everyone and go to YouTube or TikTok and just be like, I'm just going to do whatever I want. Take the advertisers.
I agree. When we have a friend who does it, granted, he wasn't an A-lister or even like a big star or anything like that. It's Brandon Rogers. Best in the biz. Love Brandon. He's been on the show, 4 or 5 times. He has some of the best sketch comedy I've ever seen in my life. I believe if you look him up on YouTube, I think he's close to 10 million subscribers now. He is the only one that I know who has financed his own shit and done it for years and years and years and refuses to take any money from studios. I'm shocked because of how violent his content is.
6 million.
Okay, 6 million. I'm shocked at how violent and what would you describe the cursing and everything else? It's aggressive.
No, it's aggressive, dark comedy. It's super funny.
Super funny.
It's kind of like I Think You Should Leave, only if they were able to. Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon's the best doing it, in my opinion. So with that, Bob, he took all of his money, or whoever said that. Was it Bob or Giorgio?
It was Bob.
He took all of his own personal money that he made off of YouTube and shot multiple series that are 12 episodes apiece, and it is all self-financed, and he's doing it. And I asked, he wouldn't say the number on air, but I said, how much are you making off of this shit? And he goes, enough to finance my own shit, bitch. And for those of you who know Brandon Rogers,
that's how he would say that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's amazing. But that's the only way that he said he can do his content. Now, I wish people would do the same thing because they certainly have the money to do it. You have the team to do it. And it's cheaper than ever to shoot your own content. And I'm sure YouTube wouldn't mind the free shows.
So I've got one for you. It's an A-lister. And we talked about this before a couple of years ago, and you think you've forgotten about it. It was when Kevin James started doing it. He started putting himself in movies.
Yes.
And it was like the amount of like VFX.
Very
if you
funny.
hired someone at like a $700 or $1,000 day, like VFX person, to put you in these movies and redo these scenes, and it was just hilarious.
It was really funny.
It's like trolling people with it.
It was really fucking funny. Josh Peck has also done it to a degree. But yeah, you certainly could. I just think nobody wants to put their own money up. Everybody would rather talk shit about how Hollywood's not giving them a chance and it's unfair to their races or genders or whatever the fuck it is, when truthfully, most of them have the money to finance these series and just do it on their own.
Or producing is just really hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One of the two.
Or
it's just too much work, you know?
Sure.
But they certainly have the capability, and that's an excellent question because, yeah, they could do it in a second. Like, take Amy Schumer's show, for example. That properly budgeted out a sketch show at Comedy Central or MTV back in the day. Let's say you weren't crazy famous, is about $350,000 to $500,000 per episode. So you wanted to shoot
full
10.
Budget?
Full budget.
Yep.
All in. That is including editing, coloring, VFX, sound, music, everything. So, yes, she could easily drop $5 million and then take all the money off of YouTube and see how it goes. Because I think she'd be very, very successful at it.
I mean, 10 episodes, $5 million. You probably call in some favors with your friends to get some star power. Like, honestly, you could
by the way, that's including paying for guests. I mean, you can pay them each anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 for the day. And it's about, Netflix is paying, I don't know, $1,000 for a day on Stranger Things or something like that. So
just show up, eat craft services, do a scene.
And with your buddies, like I'm sure... I've watched the show. They all seem like they're homies in real life.
I feel like Bert's going to do this. If the machine doesn't do as well, if he gets a sour taste in his mouth from like Real Hollywood, I think he's going to go self-fund everything.
Well, we'll see. It's interesting you say that. We got a call yesterday about Ice Cube. So Ice Cube has been on Drinking Bros before. He left a message on his Twitter. It's the first time he's ever done this. Talked directly into camera, and he said, fuck Hollywood, fuck all the gatekeepers, fuck everything. I want to go on podcasts, tell my story about what's actually going on behind the scenes with not only Hollywood, but I guess the big three and what the NBA has done against him and everything else. And we chatted with their team yesterday about it. So we'll see what happens. He was great on the show when he was here. It was a brief segment. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 minutes or whatever it was. But I would like to hear his story because I bet it's similar. I bet all these stories are very, very similar to what's going on right now.
I bet they came down with the full weight. With any success that he had, any remotely old star that still could play somewhere who chose to go to the big three and had a name, they were probably so angry. And then he had to put a smiling face on and lie and say that everything was good between them just to like try not to anger them even more and lose all the money that he's invested when the product is freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I know the other one for sure, the Hollywood one of them that he's bitching about is Friday. So he wanted to always do a sequel to Friday with Chris Tucker. However, that is expensive. And he had said behind the scenes that nobody would pay for it. Which, look, Chris Tucker is back. He's everywhere. He's still fucking funny, and he's still a good actor. And yes, people would pay to see that. But I bet you there was some gripe about what it would do overseas.
Oh, it's so good, though. An animated prequel to Friday, and they just voice act it, so it's easy on them.
It could do that as well. So we'll see. We'll see. You can do whatever you want.
Animated prequel is a hard...
It's a hard pitch.
It's a hard pitch.
But
so much
for
cheaper.
me.
For him. But you could do it
You
like
guys would love
a live action. It would be great. Yeah.
Well, here's how I pitch, James. I say the modern trials and plights of the African American community told through the voices of the past and characters that they love.
Okay, is it animated though?
Adult animation.
Good, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm good. But thank
It's
you
a
so much for
certain-
coming
I
in.
know.
There's coffee and take whatever snacks on your way out.
Did you valet?
No, I
Did
yeah,
you valet?
can get valet.
You can get that.
coin token.
You can get validated.
Please.
Thank you,
We
though.
can-
That was. We will
Thanks so much.
think it over.
Thanks. You can keep the water.
And we actually
You can
might
keep the water.
We actually might steal the idea, but do it live action, so we don't have to give him
we don't
any
have to
credit.
pay him.
Do you want my
That'd be
number? Like, you didn't get any of my info.
Oh, Trish has it. Trish.
Are you sure? Yeah, who's Trish again?
Trish, our front parking attendant.
That's okay.
Down in the
Parking
basement.
attendant. Yeah. You gave her all your info. It's okay.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks. That was sweet, wasn't it?
It was great.
That was sweet.
He's so much fun. There's so much energy there.
Gosh, I wish we could do something with him.
I know,
Do you know what I mean?
know.
But he always comes in with this animated bullshit.
It's crazy. It's all this nerd shit. And
He's
it's
just
like,
but he's so himself. Like if he was pitching, hey, me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I do live action stuff in front of a green screen. We're taking it. We're doing it. We're buying it.
We are. We're buying it. We're doing it.
Okay. There's objects on the wall.
Nope. You're
No.
all done.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we have another appointment. I'm
Yep.
so sorry, but thank you.
Yep.
No,
Sorry,
I know.
we've already gone over time.
Talk to Trish if you
Talk
want to
to
come back
Trish.
in.
Go see Trish.
And you have another idea.
Yeah, we validate too. By the way, did you park with the thing? And just get him out of here, security. We got a Nature Nook today.
No.
Oh,
We have Crime Corner, which you are
Okay.
going. It's right up your alley. 1 second, Delco.
for sure.
I'm gonna do a short Crime Corner before
Do it.
the
Are you
the
doing a
deep
double?
dive. I'm gonna do a double Crime Corner into a deep dive Crime Corner brought to you by Bob.
Who's it brought to you by?
Well, the
Bob?
first one's
Bobathy?
me.
Okay. And we will tell the audience we're going to do a double today because we'll be in Wilmington, North Carolina, shooting Thursday's episode. So tune in for that. It'll be regular scheduled time and all that stuff, right? All the fun stuff.
For what?
Thursday's episode.
Thursday's episode, yeah.
We'll be back in Wilmington that time. But fire away, James.
Okay, so first I'm going to talk about something that I wonder why it doesn't happen more. So this guy, Joseph Zeeler, was a convicted rapist and murderer of a babysitter and her kid. Horrible, from like 26 years ago.
Okay.
He finally gets, found with new technology that does work. And is in court. 2016 he's arrested. So he finally just June 26th gets given the death sentence, right? Mm-hmm. In court, they've sentenced him to death. He turns to his lawyer that's been his lawyer the entire time and just elbows him right in the face.
Jesus Christ.
Which, like, again, I don't know why this doesn't happen more.
Did you see footage of it?
I mean,
okay.
we do, but it's basically like, they
Is
whisper
he doing it
over.
because he hated the lawyer and the lawyer didn't
It's
get
one
him
of
out
those
of it?
things that, like, once you get your sentence and you get convicted, like, in some ways, your lawyer did not do
his fucking job.
his job, right?
And I
but like,
agree with
you
this.
stayed on the run for 26 years.
Yeah, dog. Show the footage. I have a feeling this is what I've always wanted to do to lawyers.
But also, I do want to say, fuck this guy. He's awful, and like he deserves.
What was his double murder? Was his case?
Including a kid?
Including a kid. So like he went to like a house. There was a babysitter and a child. He raped and suffocated them both. So
Jesus
definitely
Christ.
needs to be put to death.
Needs to die, yeah.
Right. But I think because he was like, I've been out for 26 years. Clearly, like, there's got to be, like, is there really
something you can do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I'm glad he's going to die in there, but go ahead and play this footage here.
For sure. But, you direct your...
You got volume on that?
No.
Okay. No volume?
Yeah. So basically, he's getting sentenced.
What's in his mouth there?
Is it a grill?
It looks like he has a full grill in there.
Oh,
shit, dude.
Oh! So usually
son.
what happens, you get sentenced, right? The lawyer leans over and tells you, like, we're going to appeal this. Don't worry, whatever.
Yeah.
So as soon as the lawyer leans over to go, don't worry, buddy, I'm going to appeal, he just...
Baller.
Boom.
Man. Okay.
I mean, if you're going to die...
Show that one more time, Bob. Let's see that one more time.
While
Bob.
he's shackled, by the way.
Yeah.
So he probably broke his wrist. No bigs, but...
Oh, shit, dude.
Okay. So anyways, that was just a fun little, something that I kind of wonder why it does. Like, it's 100% in certain instances, especially when these people are innocent. Like, how are you not punching? Like, how are you not punching your fucking lawyer, or especially when they are very incompetent and you get your appeal because of how horrible they are, whatever. I just don't know why you don't see this more, but probably because people are not as psychotic as this guy.
I've won and lost cases. There was a case that I lost that I told the entire law firm that in front of them, I said, you're a fucking loser.
Right.
I've been undefeated in these. You're a fucking loser. And I go, you're terrible at your job. I went, because at that point, I got more than my money's worth.
Sure.
So I understand it. I'm with you. I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often.
And not like what you're saying, but I mean, the reaction of
how do more lawyers not get killed in their homes?
Yeah, I mean, I think they probably do.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, or they have, but not usually defense lawyers. It's usually district attorneys. But I just think, I just think, especially when you're dealing with murderers or people that don't give a fuck and have nothing to lose, how are you not seeing this more? But anyway, so now Bob has a fun one, probably.
Well,
not fun. Sorry, not fun. I'm saying because it's sports related, Ross will probably.
Right. So this has to do with the College World Series which wrapped up yesterday.
Yes, I won. Okay. I won the parlay. I
Great.
picked LSU.
I told
picked
you that
the over.
Was a good bet.
Sure was, man. So we got the over. We got LSU. We got 2-1 odds. It was great. Thanks.
So
shout out to mybookie.com.
I guess there's some interesting info about Florida's head coach, which I didn't know.
Okay.
And it is Crime Corner adjacent.
Really?
Yeah. Moral crime.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'll let this guy from Barstool explain this story.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sitting here watching the College World Series, and I was just informed of the most insane story, I think, in sports that I had no idea about, and it has everything to do with Florida's baseball coach. Back in 2021, Florida's baseball coach allegedly slept with one of the Bat Boys' mothers, and once the mother's husband found out about it, he killed himself and his 2 kids, set his house on fire. And then, after all of this happened, the mother went and married Florida's baseball coach.
What? Is this real?
Mm-hmm.
I asked Jake. Yeah, it's real.
It's real.
It's an incredibly sad story, but how has this not been...
Yeah, I'm with him. I've never heard this.
So, Bob, though, this scandal happened when he was where?
Florida baseball coach.
It was still Florida, and he stayed there.
Yeah, he was banging one of the Bat Boys' moms.
Dude.
Because they were talking about, like, they had a meeting, and he decided to stay there. Talking about loyalty, whatever, right? Bob, right?
Yeah.
They got married.
So did the Bat Boy die?
Yes.
Wait.
The kids. Yeah. The kids are gone.
Kids
Only
died.
the mother survived.
Only the mother survived.
Here's the story in the Gainesville Sun. Listen.
2 Florida boys.
She had something to do with it.
Killed by their father in apparent murder-suicide.
Listen, tragic, but at the same time, like, kind of a win for the baseball coach.
Kind of a what?
A win.
A win for the baseball coach?
How you reckon there on that one?
Well, you
No
get
kids.
the woman you're sleeping with no
Right.
longer has other mouths to
any
doesn't
baggage.
have an ex, doesn't have kids. She had something to do with this.
Dude, fuck that.
This is some Carol Baskin shit.
Who is on this investigative report?
It's SEC bullshit. I mean, this is fucking hilarious. All these motherfuckers, man. It's wild. Wow, dude. I'm not often shocked on this show, especially by a crime corner. This is... Yes, I'm with the guy from Barstool. How do you not talk about this religiously for the last 3 days?
Because he stayed with the organization, right?
Yeah, but so what? Like, you would at least tell the audience, hey, remember back in... What year was that? Is this recently?
Okay, so basically...
2021.
What?
2021.
2 years ago?
Basically, there's some articles that say, like, lessons learned from this scandal is that for future coaches and players, the scandal highlights the importance of trust, loyalty, and resilience in the face of controversy. So the administration, the Gators knew about it, right? And because he stayed, or because he was going to keep it under wraps, or they were going to, or whatever, he had, the way that this came out, though, Bob, I think he had an offer from LSU that was really high.
Yeah, he almost left to go to LSU to be their baseball coach.
And decided not to.
Thank God, another family would have died.
No, I think he wasn't allowed to, because the Gators probably were like, guess what? We'll go ahead and tell everybody then, and you can go ahead and do that, or you can take the same amount of pay here, take whatever we give you.
Right. Oh, God, dude. This is one of the most horrific stories. You have a photo of this?
So this is the...
Is this the new family, or is this his current family?
This is the Florida coach and his new wife and whomever these kids are.
So those were probably his kids, right?
Look at the son. He looks identical to him. Look at that little cheese.
From his previous, and then she has no kids there at the wedding.
Oh, my God, dude.
And he is smiling very big.
I mean, 4's a lot, you know?
100%, yeah. And like a mad ex about you like cheating.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look, we watched all 3 games. They were on the background last night. We had some neighbors over. They didn't mention this one single time.
People don't know about it.
Your mind.
No,
ESPN fucking knows, dude. Yes.
The Gators are mighty.
They do so much research over there.
Do not underestimate Florida's ability to also cover shit up.
Well, that doc is coming out on Netflix, and I can't wait to see it. Swamp Kings. It's out in August. I think August 15th.
It's every Florida sport, man. By the way, shout out to BT Bates. He sent me this story.
Oh yeah, shout out BT Bates. That's a great one, BT. Shit, I didn't catch any of this. Haven't heard one single word about it. And ESPN, I mean, they're going through their highest ratings with the College World Series too, and they even talked about it last night on SVP. This story is so crazy that, like, if you're driving the ratings, bro, you would have told me that night one.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have drove it even higher. I would have tuned in faster. I would have been like, what? Yes.
What do you say? It's like Lopez comes up to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Florida coach Kevin O'Sullivan's wife looks on nervously. Fun fact about how
like, how does it...
a deep fly ball.
Yeah. How does this come up? Like, where is the time that you say this horrific story that isn't really common knowledge?
I don't know. Florida's full of bad guys.
Yeah.
Gators only hire bad guys.
I know. That's the worst... Drags me, man, in that program. Man, I'm so shocked by this that, holy shit, nobody said anything.
What do you mean?
It just kind of surfaced. Just kind of resurfaced.
Well, all right, let's take the last one. What was the last scandal?
And by the way, this is why I love TikTok. I know you hate it.
I don't hate TikTok. I do not hate TikTok, by the way.
Is like the bored guy in his room, he will find the shit that we don't have time to find.
I absolutely do not hate TikTok.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, there'd probably be no need for Instagram because everybody's going there for news now, and they're posting shit like this a lot over and over and over again. So I understand. I understand TikTok. It's fine. I don't like that China owns it, but whatever, man. I mean, just looking at this like from a fucking story and a scandal perspective, like to not bring this up one single time. This is one of the darkest stories of all time, and you just, we're good. You look the other way on it. The last time this happened, though, was, all right, let's just take the last big college sports story. It was Brandon Miller. Mm-hmm. Teammates were killed the chick in the club. We covered it on this show, right? Mm-hmm. At Alabama, another SEC school, huge shock. They covered it every game, and the announcers talked about it. What are you
talking about, SEC? Your school just had to go to the Supreme Court because it was raping men for like 3 decades.
That's a great question.
Wait, Ohio State was raping men?
Giorgio's here today. Okay, Giorgio's here today. Can you rape a man over 18, Giorgio, a wrestler?
Oh, man.
We were waiting for this question yesterday. He was not here yesterday. We were waiting for his answer.
Were they over 18?
They were over 18, Giorgio.
They couldn't all have been.
Hang on, let's. No, they were. All of them were 18.
Yeah, this is a really.
So it's only a sexual abuse trial. We had this conversation on the show yesterday. Dan and I said, can an 18-year-old man, especially a wrestler, get raped by a doctor? When you see what this doctor looks like, he looks like Dr. Fauci.
Hold on. There's no age limit on rape. You're talking about like
yes.
It's not child molestation, I guess, if they're over 18.
No, it's not child molestation.
But it's still sexual assault.
Well, how is that, Giorgio? You're as a wrestler. Dan said you should be able to defend yourself. I have a hard time understanding this one as well. You have a guy who looks like Dr. Fauci who you could easily overpower.
But was it like the gymnastics things where it's like, this is going to help you?
No. During the physicals, I believe.
That's what I mean. This is going to help you. Like I need to readjust your coccyx.
Well, you go to the doctor. You get everything checked out. Usually you get hernia checks where they reach up inside your testicles basically and make you cough to see if anything gets pushed out in your lower intestine to check to see if there's a hernia.
Cool.
I'm assuming the fingers, went too far, went in things. You're already in a position, like an exposed position. And I think these kids most likely just got super embarrassed and didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you're claiming to be medical professional and as you're doing stuff, you're saying that it's medical and it turns into something else and you're 18, by the way, an 18-year-old boy might as well be 14.
Hey guys, have we solved Giorgio's personal crime corner now today on the show? Was there a finger that went too far in one of these doctors?
No.
Okay. No.
But plenty of people have watched me pee and that was weird.
For drug testing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems weirder to me.
It is, because the way they make you hold your shirt under your chin and put your pants at your ankles and basically
like a good boy.
Yeah.
And then if you can't pee, you
just
have to wait there and they just look at you and it's pretty degrading.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
All right. Yeah. Look, I agree.
The guy watching you is always just like a fat Latino, and I'm sorry, but it always is.
But anytime somebody's gotten handsy, like another dude, I've been like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? What are we doing here? Like, 'cause none of that feels right. What you're doing right there.
That's only happened to me in the entertainment industry.
Giorgio. Now we're getting somewhere today.
What is it? Grappling?
Hammer that like button.
With the past?
Grappling with the past. Right there,
As soon as Giorgio's down, we are doing that Patreon show. I think he just needs to unpack some stuff first.
Maybe. But I've never had a doctor.
When he's ready.
Yeah.
Ross, you haven't had plenty of gay dudes out at Hollywood parties just go way too far, way too many times?
No. And I will say this, in respect for the gay dudes and the gay community, by the way, I took it as a compliment. If somebody got a little handsy at a party and was grabbing ass or something like that, I was like, shit, I still got it. Well, look, it was a nice thing, and I don't view it as any different way than a dude hitting on a girl. So no, nothing ever got crazy. I saw some fucked up shit, but
if it was a power dynamic,
I was there.
If it was a power dynamic, it might be different. To where if it was somebody that gave you your dream job. I
heard the stories and I saw some crazy shit, but it's whether or not you want to participate in it. And that's the other fucking story to this. So
it's always just fans who get too
agreed.
drunk. Like I'm taking photos or something, it's a hot festival, I'm in shorts or something, and there's just fingers up my butt when I'm in the crowd.
Really? For you?
Yeah, because they're just all on Molly, all on drugs.
Giorgio does weird EDM shows.
I know, though. And then aren't you kind of asking for it, Giorgio, at that point?
No, I'm
with those shorts. I've seen those shorts.
I've seen those shorts, too.
You were asking for it.
Yeah. You were asking what you're wearing.
So
you were
loose.
asking for it.
They're so loose. You can stick a whole hand up there.
You're pretty jacked. You're not wearing a shirt. You're sweating.
I definitely...
You have a very calm demeanor to somebody who's on hardcore ecstasy.
Yeah,
at these things.
they feel safe.
They feel safe with you. The way you talk to people is very inviting. And then, they're going to stick their fingers inside your anus.
They see the opening of those huge Umbros, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, and they just like go. They just want to go in there.
Because you know there's no underwear underneath those.
No,
they were checking. You're a sheath?
I'm in the sheath now.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of makes it you more vulnerable, though, in a way.
Because?
It's real easy for them to go up the short and then get a hand around it because it's like,
Yeah, for sure. So again, and I don't want to victim blame for sure,
no, not
but
at all. Not at all.
The way you dress and act, you are asking for it.
Yeah, sorry, Giorgio. We're gonna side with the EDM kids on this one. Okay.
You have no case.
You have no case. So,
you guys don't like my pitch.
Nope.
When I bring up
no, we love you. We love you. No. But I will say the wrestling. I mean, my gosh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
and that was where? That was where, guys?
That was at Ohio State.
That was Ohio State that was doing that, huh?
Yeah. Well, the doctor, I guess, was. So we'll see.
And he was there for a while.
Clooney is doing a documentary on it for HBO.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Oh, same here. One of the guys, by the way, one of the guys is a fucking famous. Is he a senator, Bob? It's Jim Jordan. I know he's a Republican.
When you say one of the guys, you're not one of the victims, one of the potential accomplices.
Right. He's an assistant coach. Because here's where I live with all of this shit. We've said it for years. Launch all of these people into the goddamn ocean if they did this, right? Kill them all. No problem.
Jim Jordan's a representative.
Oh, he's just a rep? Okay.
But he is a high-ranking one.
Yeah. Either way, if he was one of those guys, because there was a rumor that some of the Penn State coaches knew about the other shit too. Obviously, those documents are sealed. If they've ever gotten any of those, just launch these people into the fucking ocean, end their lives public execution style, and I think we're all fine with it.
There was a similar case in East Gaston, North Carolina, with a coach that kids came out 15 years later when they tried to induct him in the Hall of Fame, and he's now serving 34 years.
Yeah, we don't give Ohio State enough shit. Especially with Wexner and Epstein.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Big Ten in general. You got Penn State and Sandusky, Ohio State with these wrestlers, Larry Nassar at fucking Michigan
Yeah,
State.
you're true. You're right.
What are you guys doing up there? We're just buying hookers and murdering other people.
Yeah, you guys are. SEC is just murdering people. You're right. This is more about dominance and power. So and sexual power there. So yeah,
If there's anything that will just endlessly be daunting and confusing to me, it's how many people are into young boys and kids.
It's weird, man.
It's so insane to me.
Same here. That's just something I could never wrap my mind around.
I don't like hanging out.
Have you seen a 23-year-old woman?
Kid.
I was gonna say they're like bad hangs.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Annoying, dude. That's not even fun. Even scat porn, you see something like that, and you're like, all right, maybe I can understand why somebody would want to dump out on somebody else.
Oh,
so
really?
we're not going to go into.
But with kids, I don't get the thing.
I mean, if he's going to tee us up like that, are we not going to go into it?
Into what?
The 6th Street debacle.
Oh yeah. Now.
Whoa.
We should just
Is there
show
a scat porn?
Should we just show the? Yeah, let's just show the video really quick. You do need to get onto the other set, but let's just show this video on 6th Street. This was recently, right? Very recently.
This is 2 days ago.
2 days ago. We'll just show this video.
Are we ending with scat porn here?
No.
Ish.
I mean, ish.
No.
Public.
Bestiality scat?
6th Street scat.
This is here in Austin, Texas.
Yes, it is. On 6th Street.
Dirty 6.
36.
Let's see. What do we got?
Late night.
All right.
We've got a girl that's just putting
Is that horse shit?
Horse shit all over her.
No.
All over her body,
on her face?
rubbing it on her face.
Oh, no.
Maybe on Drinking Bros, you guys can show her interview that she did after.
Why? Why did she do this?
Oh, she'll tell you. She'll tell you exactly why she did it.
So much horse manure.
And you will be more confused.
She goes, I love it.
Activism.
You will be more confused after the interview than you are now.
Oh, is it weird? The first thing I thought of is Georgia would probably clean her up and have sex with her.
I think Lopez's comment was like, "This is my dream girl," right? After the interview.
Okay. Oh, what a show today, huh? We really did it.
We really did it.
We really did it today. My God. And I've got to wear a Gimp suit.
I know.
A lot went on.
Thank you guys
thanks for the reviews on iTunes.
For showing the love and showing us what you really want on this show, which is Ross to not talk.
In a Gimp suit. And I will order it. Whenever it comes in, we'll just do the show. And that way, it'll be a fun surprise over the next week or week and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The show will start. I will be in a Gimp costume, and there will be no speaking whatsoever.
Yep.
So.
And we will have many topics to discuss to try and make you so mad that you just say, rip it off and say, technology just isn't there yet, man.
It's not there yet. I can't wait.
Yeah, either can we.
And thank you again for the reviews. It is our fault. We have not asked for years. I don't know. I always feel like we're putting people out by asking for a fucking review.
And also, you did say if you get to 2,000, you'd shut up about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, was it this or I think the other show I said 10,000 for Drinking Bros.
Oh, 10,000 and you'd shut up. Okay.
This was a Gimp suit on this one. 10,000 on Drinking Bros. I would never mention it again the rest of my life.
All right.
Because I wouldn't care at that point. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, kids. We'll see you Thursday live in Wilmington, North Carolina. Jamie, we'll have to put Jamie back on camera.
We're going to have to say a little hi.
I know. Be with Mom and Dad. And, we will see you then. I'm not going to say it today. I'll take today off. I'm not going to say it at the end.
You're not going to say what?
Shh. What I always end with about the review thing. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, okay.
Instead, I'll just end with, for Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.